For the overall development of society, it is essential for everyone to get basic things like education, employment, and so on. It is also essential to attain the objectives of equality and justice. For this, the Constitution has stated certain principles that should guide the policies of the government. These principles are known as the Directive Principles of State Policy. These directive principles apply to the union government, state government, as well as to the local self-governments. These principles are guidelines. It is expected that the government should prepare suitable programs to realize these principles. These principles are to be followed while making policies and laws no matter which party forms the government. The directive principles can be broadly classified into two categories. 1. Directive principles regarding governmental policies. 2. Directive principles regarding citizens' rights. Let us first learn about directive principles regarding governmental policies. The directive principles make it clear that the function of the government is not limited only to the maintenance of law and order. The government should also take the responsibility of people's welfare. It should create social conditions that enable citizens to live with dignity. It should formulate policies to raise people's standard of living. People should be supplied with nutritious food. Public health should be improved. Such are the lines along which these principles guide the governmental policies. The directive principles expect that India should help create world peace and should form its foreign policy accordingly. The directive principles in this category also cover objectives like free and compulsory primary education, prohibition of liquor, development of cottage industries, protection of historical monuments, etc. Now let us proceed to directive principles regarding citizens' rights. It was not possible for the government to guarantee all the social and economic rights to the citizens immediately after gaining independence, because our country had not yet achieved economic development. That is why the Constitution included certain directive principles with the intention that the government should give the citizens their rights as the country achieved economic development. These are the directive principles regarding citizens' rights. They cover the right to employment, the right to equal pay for equal work for men and women, the right to free legal aid, the right to economic assistance for the unemployed, the aged, the diseased, and the destitute. Although the Constitution expects the government to formulate its policies on the basis of the directive principles, it is not mandatory. Therefore, citizens cannot move the court if the directive principles are not implemented. Directive principles gained success in our country. Let us study about it. In our country, efforts are made to make welfare state a reality by formulating policies in the light of the directive principles. Let us look at some examples. Panchayati Raj system. The Panchayati Raj system has been set up with a view to increasing people's participation in government and ensuring rural development. The Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, and Zilla Parishad have now been given more powers. Due to the reservation of seats, women are participating in politics in large numbers and are helping develop the rural area. Protection of environment. The government has taken several measures for the protection of environment. There are many government schemes related to issues like social forestry, protection of wild animals, water management, etc. Women and child welfare. The government has implemented various programs for women's health and security. There is a law to protect women against domestic violence. The liquor shops in a village can be closed down if women so demand. In order to stop the exploitation of children and to enable them to grow in a happy and healthy atmosphere, the government has launched many schemes. They cover issues ranging from prohibition of child labor to giving them free primary education. Development of weaker sections. The government has taken several measures for the upliftment of weaker sections of the society. Scholarships are given in order to give educational opportunities to the girls and boys belonging to the weaker sections. Free hostels are also provided for them. The government provides financial assistance for the development of cottage industries.